Hey guys, I finally did my homework and I've already decided that I'm going to take my Social Security at age 62, and I'm going to tell you why. I've been researching this a little bit, and some of the information I get is good information, some of it I get is bad. I've been paying attention to some of the vloggers out there, some of the good vloggers, and I've gone onto the Social Security Administration's page. I've been watching the amount that I'm supposed to get. It did change a little bit. I thought we were getting COLAs on the amount that it shows here, but apparently we don't until we start collecting, and then we get the COLAs, and that makes a substantial difference. And let me get into this, okay? So if I start taking it at 62, and let's say, just for the sake of argument here, or as an example, we'll say I'm gonna get $1,000, okay? Now I get the windfall elimination tax, which means because of the fact that I worked at a municipality, they're going to take away some of that. But here's the thing that I do like is the COLAs. I don't want to miss out on those COLAs. I don't want to wait till years from now when I'm 70, approximately almost 10 years from now, with the way that inflation is right now, for that thing just to stay stagnant and to just sit there, okay? That's one of the things. The other thing is I can put that money in the bank and get 3% or whatever, and each year I'm going to get those COLA raises, or I could put it into the S&P 500, or I could put it into something safe and get a little bit more, as far as maybe 5% or 6%. There are safe places to put your money out there. You just got to kind of search them out and find them. But after looking at it, I says, you know what? I could save approximately, roughly maybe $1,000 a month or so. So why not put that away into a bank account for the next 10 years rather than wait till I'm 70 and then take it out, or 67 or whatever? I could put that money away, just let it go into my account, let it sit there, and I can use it for emergency money whenever I need it. That's one thing, okay? I'm lucky enough that I have enough that I can survive off of now, and I can survive pretty well with my 401ks, 403bs, and other things that I have. I'm lucky enough that I have that. I know some guys don't, okay? So it's different for everybody out there. Everybody has a different situation when it comes to retirement. It's all about how much you save during your working years. And I was lucky enough that I put enough aside, and I planned and I did things. I lost a lot of it in divorce court, but I mean, you know what? Hey, that's part of life. That's the way things work. I would have been way better off had I still been together, but that's life. That's the way things work. You move on and you battle through it. And I was lucky enough that during my last 4 years or 4 or 5 years of working, that what I did was I was damaged pretty bad from a divorce. I was able to throw a lot of money back into paying off debt and stuff like that, and to save some and actually get back to where I was before, and if not better. Okay, now that's blind luck, but it's also planning too. A lot of it was planning, but a lot of it was luck, because nothing happened during that time. Like, I didn't have any major car breakdowns or anything like that. I planned it with very few emergency funds during that time, because I had a brand new car. So I figured, okay, as long as I change the oil, as long as I take care of things, I'm okay. I'm good. So during that time, I was able to get me where I'm at today, to live till I collect Social Security. So I was thinking about the other day, and I says, something, those COLA raises make a substantial difference, because if I start collecting those at age 62, and if we're in deep doo-doo as far as inflation goes, that's going to jack that up pretty fast. It might even jack it up to that amount of the higher amount that I'm supposed to get if I wait till I'm 70. Somewhere around $2,000, I'll say, somewhere around there. I'm not sure exactly how much it is, but whatever the amount is. I'm not putting the amounts out there because I don't think it's anybody's business out there, but I'll throw that amount out. Let's say it's 2,000 or whatever. So when you start getting COLA raises, and let's say this year here we get a COLA raise of 10%. Now, if you're collecting Social Security and you're getting 1,000, obviously you're going to get you'll get another 100 on top of that. And then next time, if you get another 10%, because inflation's running rampant again for another year, you get another 10%, you're going to get another, you're going to get 110 on it next time. So it keeps compounding, it keeps on growing, it keeps on going up. And the power of compounding is substantial. Let's face it, it's really, really substantial. That's what's going to make all the difference for me. And that's why I'm looking at it like, hey, you know, that money, I can use that, because when I'm in my 70s, I'm probably going to start getting sick. My dad started getting sick in his late 70s. My dad lived a long time. He lived to be in his 80s. He had Parkinson's, okay, and he lived to be in his like early to mid 80s, somewhere around there. I can't remember the exact age that he died at, but it was somewhere in around there. And you know something? I want to make sure that I have enough money to take care of myself. And this will give me some extra money on the side that if I need money at home for health care or something like that, I can do that too. I have many, many options. And here in the Philippines, guess what? It gives me more options, and it gives me more cheap options. And that's why I think it's good to take it at 62 if you bank it. Okay, now this is for me. I'm telling people this, what I'm going to do, okay? I've been thinking about this for a long time. For a while there, I was thinking I'll take it later and I'll get the extra and all this stuff. But you know something? If I can earn money on that, if I can put it someplace safe, and I can set settings on the stock market so I can jump out at a certain time or whatever, I can do that. There's all types of things that you can do in the world to play it safe in the stock market, to also put your money into bonds, maybe put it into a CD, whatever's your safety net, whatever makes you feel safe. For me, I'd probably put it in the S&P 500, maybe put a little bit more in Tesla or something like that, or what have you. But I would definitely put it someplace where I'm not going to lose it. Okay, so if I set it so that, you know, let's say the stocks start coming down or whatever, and I set it to sell at a certain point, then if it sells at that point, I'll just let it sit there in cash. I'm okay with that, you know, and you have to make those decisions with your money. But what I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to do this is I will take it at 62. I am going to put it into an account, and I'm going to decide what I do with that account when I hit 62. Until then, I got plenty of time to figure it out, you know, and I'm probably going to put it into my Ameritrade account, which is the same thing as Charles Schwab, which will become in Charles Schwab pretty soon. I'm thinking maybe this year or next year probably, and maybe they'll leave it as Ameritrade, who knows. But I know Ameritrade was bought out by Charles Schwab, so I'm thinking that eventually they'll change that name or what have you. But, you know, for you guys out there, I think 62 might be good for just about everybody out there when you start figuring in the COLAs, that we're losing out on those COLAs, that you don't get the COLAs if you let it sit there in your account. You only get the COLAs when you start taking your money. Now, that's what I was told by somebody the other day. Somebody was trying to correct me because I noticed on my account there was a little bit of a change, but that could have been money getting caught up in there or something like that from my last year or last couple of years that I worked or whatever. Maybe it was catching up, or maybe it was because of the YouTube money that I put in there or whatever. Something changed a little bit. So I thought that maybe, you know, gee, that's different. It went up a little bit. Maybe that's due to the COLAs. But after looking at it again, I don't think that there was COLAs added over the past 4 years. So I think it was something else. Okay, so I want to correct that right now. But for you guys out there, you need to figure the COLAs in there. That's key when you're doing your evaluation of when to take it, because that makes a substantial difference. Plus the fact that if you wanted to, you could take at 70, you could start taking some of that money, and if you were making $1,000 a month or something like that, that's $96,000 you'd have in there. Now, granted, 10 years from now, it might not be worth that much because of inflation and everything eating away at the dollar. It might not be that much, but you know, it's something that we can have. We can take a portion of that, because you know what, you could take maybe 500 or 300 of that each month and take it little by little, and always still have some, you know, because most people are not going to make it past 90. Although my godfather, he lived to be, he's actually still alive today. He's going to be 99 this year. He's going to be 99. He's got one more year to hit 100, and there's a good possibility he's going to hit 100. And you know, not many of us make it out that far. You know, he was in the military. He fixed airplanes in Guam, and you know, you take a look at that, and you think, wow, if I live to be 100, or if I live to be 99, is my money going to last? And that's probably why it's a good reason to start taking it early, so you have that excess cash. Because if you want to be able to have that extra money. Or you can put that 96,000 into an annuity and start taking it at age 70. But at least you have it there. But if you died between now and then, whoever, you know, your girlfriend, your wife, or your kids or whatever could have that money too. And it's a great lump sum to leave behind for them too if you died before 70. So it has all kinds of benefits. I know a lot of guys, you know, I'm not leaving nothing to my kids or whatever. You know, I want to leave something to my girlfriend and my girlfriend's daughter and to Cedric or whatever. If something happens to me, I want them to be able to have access to that, and to other people that I care about. I want them to have that money. You know, they looked out for me in my life. I'm going to look out for them in their life. Anyway, guys, just wanted to throw that out there. I thought it might be interesting because I was thinking about this today for the past couple days and over the past few weeks. I did another video on it, and then I said, no, I'm not going to put that up. I'm just going to put it up as this way, because it's letting you know why I'm doing something. And this is from my perspective, okay? And it gives you my perspective on why I'm doing something. Anyway, guys, God bless. Take care.